The launch of SocialPRO Clubs Kenya, organized by Social Edge Africa, took place on Thursday, 25th October. SocialPRO Clubs Kenya aims at teaching, educating, creating awareness, and imparting knowledge and skills of social media to university students. Event partners included Kuza Biashara, Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology, University of Nairobi, and Social Edge Africa. Guest speakers included Dr. Bitangi Ndemo, PS, Ministry of Information and Communications, Cynthia Nyamai, MD, Cynthia Nyamai Communications, Joan Bugwa, Partnerships and Alliances Manager at Kuza Biashara, Waithera Nganga, CEO, Marketing Society of Kenya, Marian Wanjiku, Social Media Manager, Safaricom. Dr. Bitangi Ndemo.
Bill Gates was 18 when he started what he started. Steve Jobs, they were playing, high school kids were playing to make a computer. This is the only opportunity you have to think straight, and come up with something. And opportunities lie where I'm actually telling you. If you look at M-Pesa and say that has been sorted out, where else do we have problems? And how can we solve those problems? Some are being sorted out by some of your colleagues who have left college. It does not matter which degree you did. In fact, it helps when you did not do computer science, because then you can think outside of that and begin to develop. In fact, most of the best developers are not computer science graduates. And this is a challenge to you, that even if you are not in that field, you can still solve the problem if you bring a few people together and do what we call the analytics. You analyze the problem, bring all the facets of the problem, ask someone to put them in the computer language, you play around with it, and you begin to market the product. I am actually available at short notice. If you come up with an idea and want to know how to monetize that idea, I can spend time with you, even up tonight, and we see that it works.
Cynthia Nyamai.
One thing I like about new media is that you're able to interact. As I'm talking to people, like for example, if there's a new product, I'm able to just talk about it on Twitter. And I'm able to find out what do people think about that product. And the beauty is, if I see people not responding, I know there's a problem. If I see people, for example, telling me that doesn't make sense, then I'm able to go back, even before we publicly talk about it, and make a few changes here and there. And a lot of times these days, even when we're talking to our clients, we always tell them, first let's try it out on Twitter, let's try it out on Facebook, let's even have it on YouTube. And then we're able to test the market and find out what they think about it. And apart from the business side, when I was thinking about talking to university students, I was just thinking, what opportunities are there for you as a student? And the beauty of new media is nobody really owns it. It's space for business people like us. It's space for students like you. Anyone can just get into it. You can put up your video. And I was just reading about a young man in the US. He makes $1 million every single year out of just putting videos, comedy videos on YouTube, and people advertise. And especially like now, it's an election year in the US. He's seen a lot of politicians who just want to put up an ad just before he puts in his jokes. And in 1 week, 1 billion people watch him. That's another beauty about when we're talking about YouTube, when we're talking about Facebook, the new media. It's worldwide. I get to watch him. He's very funny. People in South Africa get to watch him. And so I was thinking, even for you as students, as you're trying to think of opportunities, Those are opportunities for you where you're no longer just thinking about the Kenyan market, the East African market. You have the whole world right in front of you. For young people, here's an opportunity. Here are people who don't understand what Twitter and Facebook is about. There's another opportunity for you. You just make a proposal, ask them, do you know how to use Twitter? Let me show you. And the beauty is a lot of times when people don't understand technology, you can even overprice it. You wouldn't believe it that people are willing to pay. I was talking to a client and they're willing to pay 250,000 just for us per month, just for us to run their Facebook page and Twitter, because they simply don't understand what it's all about.
Waithera Nganga.
So 47% are chatting with friends, social networking. 41% are emailing. 30% entertainment, games, news, music. 20% news and current affairs. Reading online newspaper, 11%. What does that tell you? The face of media is changing. Academic purposes, school, 10%. These days, do you need to go to the library? If you have your tablet or if you have your laptop, do you need to go to the library? Good. That's the right thing to say. But ideally, you can still Google information. Yeah? We're finding that more and more children these days don't even know what a library is. Because they go, if I need information, I go to Google, I get what I need, I write my research paper, I get a name. Social media is all about creating relationships that connect with your brand. Who is our audience today? Our audience has changed from time immemorial. These days they're economically empowered. 20, 30 years ago, women did not work. Or rather, many women did not work. We did not earn big salaries. These days, if you drive around, you'll find that maybe 50-60% of the fuel guzzlers on the road are driven by women. So you're finding that society is actually changing. We're economically empowered. We've become sharers of information. Every time somebody sees something funny, what do? You get on Twitter, you get on Facebook, you share it with your friends. People are accessing technology at a younger age. We find 5-year-olds own iPads, own smartphones, are tweeting, are on Facebook, are sharing with their friends. Back in the day, this never used to happen.
Joan Bugwa.
We believe in identifying a problem. If you just know that there's a problem or a gap that you can be able to address in society, that is all you need. Then come up, craft an innovative solution. If you feel called to address that particular solution, that particular problem, craft a solution. Then something else that is lacking in business, especially in Kenya, is about our attitude. You really must have or must maintain a positive attitude and believing in yourself. Apart from that, like I said before, you do not need to reinvent the wheel. Somebody somewhere has already thought about exactly what you're thinking about now. So just use the technology tools that you have. Google. If you do not understand anything like Tim or a cab driver, go on to Google. Find out. Let us develop that culture of wanting to learn from others. Use simple tools, like I said, a smartphone, where you can be able to do your business without really opening offices. It is simple, it is safe, it is fast. So I would encourage all of us, with all those maybe inspirational stories that we have had today, you only need to believe in yourself. And like I said, if you can be able to see a gap in society and you have a positive attitude, then I believe we can be able to do it.
Marianne Wanjiku.
We have about 10 million Kenyans who are online, and this is approximately about a quarter of the total population. And of course, majority of them is, you who are in the audience. In terms of the split between male and female, obviously we've got more men online, and maybe this has something to do with them being early adopters, but also the way our society is set, more men have access to, especially in the rural areas, they have more access to technology because of their spending power. Looking at how people access the internet, I'm sure most of you know that. I mean, you're the majority. most of us access the internet on our mobile phones and not on a computer. Whenever I'm on the go, I want to see what my friends are saying, what other companies are doing. I want to keep in touch with my friends. And saying this, I mean, with the advent of mobile phone companies pushing low-cost smartphones like the IDUs, we're seeing that 10% of us are accessing the internet on smartphones. So I'm not using a feature phone, but I'm using an IDUs, I'm using a Samsung Galaxy, and really smartphones are growing, and we as operators are trying to make sure that we increase the penetration of smartphones, because that's the only way you'll be able to enjoy the use of the internet.
All in all, a very successful launch.